Thank you. You may be seated. Again, thank you all for joining us on this very special day for the couple we affectionately know as Linzo. Each and every one of you has played a vital role in their lives. From Bakersfield to Miami, New York to Honolulu, we have all gathered here to celebrate Linzo. I know how grateful they are to share this special day with each and every one of you. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Arash Alam. I met Gonzalo in 2014 when we started chiropractic school together, just a few short months before he started dating Lindsay. Gonzalo stood out to me even before I knew any of my classmates. I remember surveying the classroom and knowing that there were people in that room I would become lifelong friends with. Gonzalo was hard to miss, sitting in the front row with his glorious flowing long hair. He was jovial, positive, and seemingly always smiling. He was both lighthearted about life and serious about school. I loved that dichotomy and tried to emulate it myself. Before ever speaking a word to Gonzalo, I knew he was a special human. All of us that know Gonzalo know he has a certain contagious energy, an adventurous spirit, and a presence that is larger than life. He brightens every room that he enters. I only knew Gonzalo for a few months before he started dating Lindsay. We were still getting to know each other, but I often joked I liked Gonzalo a lot more after he started dating Lindsay. Now, part of that was trying to get on Lindsay's good side, but Lindsay's energy and presence really balanced Gonzalo, and if he didn't know it back then, he openly admits it now. Lindsay has some of the same qualities as Gonzalo. She too has an adventurous spirit. Her positivity and presence are contagious, and she too brightens every room that she enters. But she is more cautious in her adventures, someone who looks to future consequences as much as immediate satisfaction when making a decision. Gonzalo derives his strength by remaining stoic, outwardly unmoved by the stresses in his life, like a mountain that does not reveal its inner diamonds easily. Lindsay's strength is different and derived from her willingness to share and show her vulnerabilities. Like a rainstorm that floods the canyon and carves the rock, Lindsay's love has transformed Gonzalo just as Gonzalo's love has transformed Lindsay. They both maintain their unique individuality, yet to me, they have not been Lindsay and Gonzalo for a long time, but rather they are Linzo. And today's ceremony is just a material celebration of their divine destiny together. Truly, I know of no other couple that better demonstrates the union that marriage is meant to symbolize than Linzo. And today, we're here to celebrate that love. Love comes in many different forms. The romantic love, like that between a husband and wife, the love of a parent and child, the love between siblings, and the brotherly and sisterly love that we share with our friends. In all its forms, love renews our strength when it is given freely and unconditionally. Marriage may require sacrifice, but true love does not. True love needs nothing but to give of itself, for the flames of love are fueled by an invisible fire within us. Love is the ultimate selfless act because it expects nothing when given and requires nothing in return. Unlike most things, love does not diminish when it is given away, nor does it become more valuable if it is hoarded and stored. In fact, the fire of love weakens and smolders when kept selfishly to ourselves. But when shared, the internal, eternal fire of our souls are divinely strengthened. Love is the very fuel of our lives, propelling us to heights we never imagined. It pushes us in directions we may never have anticipated and pulls us towards the flames of kindred souls. Love gives our life meaning and gives order to the chaos that surrounds us. This is true of all love. But some love is so special, so sacred, that we have memorialized it with the institution of marriage. Marriage has evolved over history, but the commitment to true love that inspires us into sacred matrimony has always been the same. Its foundations are trust, loyalty, and most importantly, family. Marriage not only represents a sacred commitment between the couple, but also the joining of two families. For after today, the Piñeros and the Schraders will forever be intertwined by the union of Linzo. Today, members of both families join us in person and many more join us from the beyond to bless their love. Linzo's love story began long before I knew either of them. It started as a small spark when they were partners in drama class at Stockdale High School, which is far, far away from the shores of Hawaii that they now reside in. After high school, they would fall apart for a time, but that spark in their soul was never extinguished and eventually would be rekindled by the unseen hand that guides the entire universe. Shortly after chiropractic school in late 2014, Gonzalo would often drive from Whittier to Marina del Rey, pretending to visit Spencer, who is a groomsman here today, but really he was looking for an excuse to visit Lindsay, who was going to Loyola Marymount University down the street. During this time, their love began to blossom, and what started as a small spark slowly grew. After about a year or so of dating, Lindsay graduated from LMU and decided to move in with Gonzalo, who was living in Anaheim at the time. Many of us have visited that house, and a few even lived there. Looking back, we should have all known that their love was real when Lindsay moved from the glorious beaches of sunny Marina del Rey to a city nicknamed Anacrime.
It was so bad.
Suffice to say, it just was not Lindsay's vibe. But love pushes us to do things we never would and pulls us towards other kindred souls. And Lindsay's soul was pulled towards Gonzalo's, even if it meant living in Anacrime for a bit. After a year or so in Anacrime, they moved into their first apartment in downtown Fullerton. I was there all the time, which blessed me with the opportunity to see them learn how to live together. I saw countless little quibbles, normal, inconsequential disagreements that happen when you are learning to live with someone. I remember one fight in particular. It was over their couple's Halloween costumes. I don't even remember the whole fight, but I recall Lindsay wanted to dress up as something cute, and Gonzalo was annoyed at the last-minute planning. But the details of that disagreement are not what I remember. I remember that instead of yelling at each other, they ended up laughing with one another, despite their frustrations. We all know how some small, stupid fights can become big and turn the fire of our love into anger. But with Lindsay and Gonzalo, it was different. They understood each other, and if their love transformed into anything, it was laughter. During their time in Fullerton, I loved being the Linzo third wheel. I loved witnessing their love, and it was during that time where I came to truly love and appreciate both these beautiful human beings as individuals and as a couple. When Gonzalo graduated chiropractic college and became Dr. G, the couple moved back to Bakersfield for a bit. It is no exaggeration to say that they were starting to plan the rest of their lives. It was during this time that Linzo started dreaming of all the places they would live. First it was Hawaii, then it was Portland, then it was some other exotic country across the world. Now, I'm not one to discount a dream or a fanciful plan, but at some point, even I thought they were just dreamers living in a fantasy. But true love can turn us all into dreamers and make even the most mundane moments of life feel like a fairy tale. Eventually, they moved out of Bakersfield and to Redondo Beach, just down the coast from Marina del Rey, where their love story truly took shape. After a couple of years, they made their dreams into a reality and their life into a fairy tale by moving to Hawaii in March 2020, just as the world was coming to grips with the reality of the coronavirus pandemic. The Hawaii chapter of the Linzo book truly epitomizes their adventurous spirit and lifelong love affair. They trusted each other and moved across the ocean with only each other. Much like marriage, they were willing to face the unknown with each other by relying purely on the strength of their love. They not only built a new life in a new place, but did so during a pandemic, which presented so many unknown obstacles. They did not just survive, they thrived. It has now been nearly 3 years since they set off on this epic journey. And after countless sunset moments and oat milk lattes, they have successfully built a life together on the beautiful North Shores of Hawaii. Dr. G is the go-to chiropractor for several surfers, a star soccer player in an adult league, and the youngest member of the Rotary Club in Honolulu.
Like 40 years.
Lindsay is working remotely for a boutique New York marketing firm, which is a perfect fit for her. They have found a new amazing group of friends who are here with us today. And, of course, they are now parents to two beautiful black cats, Winston and Wes. Now, before I have this power couple exchange their vows, I want to share some advice from renowned 20th century poet Khalil Gibran on maintaining your unique individuality in marriage. You were born together, and together you shall be forevermore. But let there be spaces in your togetherness, and let the winds of the heavens dance between you. Sing and dance together and be joyous, but let each one of you be alone. Like the strings of a guitar are alone, even though they play the same music. Stand together, yet not too near together, for the pillars of the temple stand apart, and the oak tree and the cypress cannot grow in each other's shadow. Lindsay and Gonzalo, in a moment you will exchange vows. These promises are meant to be a beautiful and sacred expression of your love for each other. The beauty of these vows lie in the unknown. You will be making promises about a future that you cannot be sure of, a life that you don't know how it will turn out, and a marriage that you don't know what obstacles it'll face. The only thing you know is your love for one another, and that is enough. With that, Gonzalo, take it away. Lindsay, take it away.
Yeah.
You don't want to go after me.
Yeah, I have to go first so that I don't cry.
I don't know if it works.
Okay. Does it work?
I hope so.
Okay. Mi amor. Little Lindsay and Gonzalo in Miss Pope's elective drama class would not believe that we are standing here today. I knew you were special then, and that feeling has only intensified to where we are now. From the moment I met you, you made me feel so comfortable and seen. Something about being in your presence has always allowed me to fully be myself. You've actively listened, supported me in trying new things, and celebrated me every step of the way. You're my true partner in life, and I would not be the woman I am today if our paths hadn't crossed again. We've been through what feels like everything: multiple moves, one across state lines in an ocean, graduate programs, countless jobs, heartbreaks, celebrations, becoming pet parents, and many life milestones. You've been my constant every step of the way, and the number one thing I trust will always be a soft place for me to land. I'm fully confident that we can take on anything that life throws at us. It's no secret that I'm obsessed with you. I love your ninja moves and how you've taught my reflexes to be ready for everything. I love your need to propagate every plant that comes your way, even when I roll my eyes that you're bringing home another. I love your somersaults into the ocean on all of our beach days. I love your shoe chef skills. But most importantly, I love your love for your family and friends, your love and support of my family, your love for our babies, Winnie and Wes, and your love for our life we share together. You have an old soul, but a childlike spirit. You keep me grounded and giggling at all times. Oh, this part's really sad. Okay. I know both of our dads are here with us today, celebrating with one another that our two families are coming together. I like to think they had a hand in our story and have been there with us every step of the way. I know my dad is so proud of the man I chose to create this beautiful life with. Okay. I promise to try to keep my clothes off the bedroom floor. I promise to constantly put your name into love songs and sing them around the house. I promise to always support the Argentina National Soccer League. I promise to continue to support your wildest dreams. I promise to make our house feel like a home. And above all, I promise to love you always through whatever may come. Thank you so much.
I have to speak?
Yeah.
Your turn.
This is cute.
Go figure, we started the same way. Mi amor. How original. Today is the most amazing day of my life. Some might even say iconic. I have the most gorgeous, stunning bride I would have ever dreamed of, with our dearest friends and family, dressed to their best, gathered to celebrate us and all that we have become. Today is a perfect example of who Linzo is. Seemingly well presented, with the utmost flair, in the most fabulous of ways, yet having waited until the last possible moment to organize ourselves
Sorry,
and put
Steph.
this whole thing together. Thank you, Steph. Barely breaking a sweat. We've proved the truest strength that we have, partnership, and the greatest friends and family we could have ever asked for. Writing these vows was no easy task. To summarize 7 years of dating, 14 years of knowing you, and having eternally bounded souls that have shared endless lives together, it would have kept our dear friends and family sitting here starving for dinner and my mother drastically dehydrated from all of her crying. To start, it would be silly not to recall our teenage selves as Danny and Sandy in our high school drama class play. Despite the embarrassment from my performance at the time, I today feel like Sandy did. I am hopelessly devoted to you. You got plenty more coming.
Good writing.
Just wait. Since then, we have grown from those teenage years, living out our college years, unaware of greater forces were working to bring us together. Then, our helplessly broke 20-year-old selves, living off the fumes of our now laughable bank accounts, were brought together through the endless efforts and support of our dear friends. From air mattresses to couches, commutes from Orange County to LMU, and the holla parties we could not miss. We began to foster the early moments of Linzo. However, none of it would cement us together more than that night at Coachella with AC/DC lighting up the stage. And my dad couldn't have planned that more perfectly. We took off from there, living in 4 cities, an anti-crime house, 2 apartments, 1 Hawaiian shack, and now 2 kittens, and countless Instagram moments, all of which were easy with you alongside. Through all that, our relationship taught me great lessons I will forever cherish. From leveling up my fashion choices, never once letting me be an outfit repeater, having more than just soap and water as my skincare routine, becoming your ultimate sous chef and barista. I have loved becoming the Chip to your Joanna Gaines. Our love seems ageless. You were the first person I gave everything to without hesitation. The trust I had for you, with you from the beginning seemed undeniable. And there was, and is, this ever-present confirmation in knowing we would be good for each other and to each other. Early on, I felt every bit comfortable with you, trusting you could do no wrong. Time continues to prove that to be true. For years, I too had the same question Carrie Bradshaw once had. In that phrase, a great love, what does that even mean? Fortunately, she helped me realize that, yes, you can have a closet full of clothes with nothing to wear. I finally understand that to be true. Thank you, Lindsay. But she also said, some people are settling down, some are settling, and others refuse to settle for anything less than butterflies. Lindsay, you have always been that butterfly, kissing the wind and enhancing and enchanting every place as you float from one coffee shop to the next. Thank you for making my world more beautiful and brighter every day. Mi vida, I talk a lot. I'm a man of many words, as I'm often told. I especially speak to fill a gap, avoiding silent moments, or leaving the space seemingly empty and open. A reflection of the void I have carried throughout my life, a void I no longer feel, thanks to you. Lindsay, you were able to complete a part of my life I felt I would never be whole. You are so much more than the person I love. You help me want to grow and give me reason to inspire more out of myself as a person, as a companion, as a future father, and you make me want to become those better versions daily. I am at home with you. I wish nothing more than returning every bit of love that you have for me and my family to you and yours for the rest of my life. Te amo muchísimo. Mi vida, mi alma, mi corazón. That's good.
You're not allowed yet. Not allowed yet.
Don't look that way. Don't look.
Justin, please present Gonzalo with the ring. I'm starting with you, Gonzalo. Gonzalo, from this day forward, do you choose Lindsay to be your wife, your best friend, your only love? Do you choose to live together, to play together, to laugh together, to work by her side and dream in her arms? Do you choose to fill her heart and feed her soul, to always seek out the best in her, to protect her, always loving her with all your heart till the end of your forever? If so, please say, I do. Lindsay. Lindsay?
Yeah.
From this day forward, do you choose Gonzalo to be your husband, your best friend, your only love? Do you choose to live together, to play together, to laugh together, to work by his side and dream in his arms? Do you choose to fill his heart and feed his soul, to always seek out the best in him, to protect him, always loving him with all your heart till the end of your forever? If so, please say, I do.
I do.
Please exchange rings. By the power of your love and commitment to each other, and by the power vested in me by the state of California, I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride. Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. and Mrs. Pinheiro.